Hey, Dionne the Tea Priestess here for you and me and a cup of tea. And baby doggy has decided she is not going to join us today. And I'm not her favorite person, which is amusing to me that every time I've filmed in the last couple of weeks that she decided that I was her favorite person that day. But today, not my day. So let's take a deep breath. And just really check in with yourself. How are you really? Not trying to change anything about the way that you feel right now, just noticing. And can you open to receive this time of a little bit of space for yourself? Allowing any thoughts that are swirling around you or any busyness that is swirling around you to be packed up and put outside of this space. Giving yourself permission just to be here and present and to pick up those things or not after our time together. Beautiful. So I am so glad to be here today. I usually record my videos on my phone anyway because I just find it, last year I was experimenting with what is easy. I really enjoy doing the videos rather than trying to carve out time to be able to write, because what I was finding was when I was writing blog posts, I wasn't dedicated to the journaling practice as much as I liked. It just wasn't flowing from me at this time in my life, because I'm a homeschool mom, as I've talked about a little bit before, homeschool mom, and I'm working to run a coaching business and grow this business, and it just, sometimes the words just didn't come. So I am glad to be doing this. All of that to say that I am having to delay the release of my e-courses a little bit because my computer died last week Thursday, as a matter of fact. I'm glad that I do these videos on my phone because then I don't have to upload them onto my computer. I can just directly upload them to YouTube. But it does make getting videos and things that I created for my self-love e-course a little bit more challenging. So I'm going to have to postpone that. And it's a good thing that I'm having to postpone it, because as I was preparing to get it released, and I really wanted to give you an opportunity to hear my thought processes behind creating the sacred dance of self-love. And as I was planning and thinking about, oh yeah, wouldn't it be great to release this course on Valentine's Day? Instead of, I chose the date based upon things externally rather than checking in internally with myself and with the heart and soul of that e-course to determine what was the best date. And as it so happened, all of the videos and all of the things that I created, it rushed really to create so that I could get it done by this external deadline I set upon myself. They're all gone now because I hadn't had a chance to back up my hard drive before. Like Thursdays are my scheduled back up my hard drive day, and my computer died on hard drive backup day. So there you have it. So I'm going to have to go through and recreate all of those things. And it's a good thing, as I've said this a couple of times, because it gave me a chance to really step back and assess if I was putting out a course that is based in my truth and my experience and my wisdom in a way that allows me to share it truly from my heart? And the answer honestly was no, because like I said, I wanted to give more space to be able to talk about where I was coming from that that course, and to give a little bit of a preview of what that course looked like, so that it would help you determine if that was the right course for you. So, having said that, I wanted to talk a little bit today about self-love. Now, when I'm talking about self-love, I'm not talking about manicures and pedicures, although that, that whole dynamic about doing these little things externally that really do make your body feel loved and cared for. And self-love is a little bit deeper than that. Actually, self-love for me is a lot deeper than that. Self-love is how I love myself, so I make my journaling practice a priority. I love myself, so I make my creativity a priority. I love myself, so therefore I schedule time in my week for just me. And I've gotten so good at it. At first, it was like, the typical putting myself on the back burner. And the more that I worked with it, the more that I dived deeper and deeper and deeper into self-love, the more that I had like started out by planning, okay, well, once a month I'm going to give myself this enormous track of time, and I made a list of what would my best day ever look like. Oh, I would wake up naturally and I would do this. And that's great, but what do I do on the daily things? I love myself, so therefore I brush my teeth. Sometimes it's just I love myself, so therefore I make sure that I have a cup of water before I drink my morning cup of tea. Or I love myself and I know I'm having a hard time, so I give myself the extra space, even though I have a bazillion things scheduled. I give myself 5 minutes where I'm not having my head spin about everything that I have to get done. And with everything that has come up in the current climate, I really feel that it is so vitally important to the changes that we want to see in the world that we start with changes internally. They're so vitally important, because the more we can show up for ourselves, the more that we can be of effective change for others who might not be in the same kind of situation, who definitely aren't in the same kind of situations that we are. So that's the place that I came from, looking at that self-love. And I created a self-love course a few years ago, which if you are a subscriber to my newsletter, and I will put the link down in the doodly-doo, you can take a look at it. And I feel that I have a better understanding based upon my own experiences with working more deeply with the elements. And so I come from a completely different perspective with this e-course, looking at what does self-love mean on the elemental realms, the earth realm, the physical realm. What does it mean? What does it mean on the emotional realm? How do we clear out a lot of the old emotions that we've held from not taking to the time we haven't taken care of ourselves? And how do we hold that vibration of love for ourselves in a way that supports us? What beliefs in the air realm, the mental realm, the thoughts, what beliefs do we hold about self-love, and what are ours and what have been given to us by our family of origin or friends and family, mass consciousness, or the media? What is true for us what is not true for us. And then from the action realm, the fire realm, the action realm, what is it about self-love that stokes us, that keeps us moving forward, that makes us take actions? For example, as I was talking earlier, I love myself, so therefore this is what I do. This is the action that shows me that I love myself. Some days it's just brushing my teeth or making sure that I have a cup of water. Some days it's more elaborate, like going and getting a haircut, getting my manicure and pedicure, getting enough sleep. I mean, these are the actions that show, that prove to that inner critic that you love yourself. And then on the spirit realm, how do you move through your spirit? How do you honor your unique individual creative spark? How do you love it and tend it and care for it? So these are some of the things that I am going to be exploring in the e-course, and I am going to do, I don't know when my computer is going to be fixed. I was just told that I need a new hard drive, and they were going to have to order the hard drive, and it's going to take some time, and there, in the meantime, blah 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 blah, all the little tech pieces that go into replacing the hard drive and getting my computer up and running. So if you want to be notified when the e-course is going to be released, do make sure that you subscribe to my newsletter, and you will be notified as soon as I know. I am sending you so much love and peace and joy today, and I hope that this little taste of what the self-love course could be like has sparked some questions for your own inner journey, things that you might want to sit and take some time to think about. I love myself, so therefore, that's a great journaling question. I love myself, so I brush my teeth, I exercise, I mean, just make a list of all the things that you do because you love yourself. Great proof for that inner critic that will tell you that you're not worthy. Until next week, take care.